Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live. I am ready. I am definitely under the weather, but I am still here. James Bash, what's up, brother? Peace, Kurt. Let's get it. Let's go. Look, I just finished the press conference, and as you can tell, it was less talking from the usual suspects, but then it was a lot more serious. I think it was a lot more personal. It was a lot more engaging for fight to fight. It wasn't any of the like, hey, Wilder, what do you think of Joshua? And none of that. They were pretty much locked in. Now, I have my own thoughts about it. That's why we're here. Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, King Kurt? What's up, my brother? Counterpunch to you. Just eating on some chicken, man. I got a appetite. Bro, I have the flu B, which sucks. The fucking flu B. I'm like, what the fuck is the flu B? A different strand of the flu, right? So, got the chills last night and was like, dude, let me go to the emergency doctor, emergency room or whatever. So they tested. Yeah, I got the flu B. So there you go. And I'm like, dude, I don't mind having the flu because like the flu is just like, okay, it's a virus. What do you do about it? You let it run its course. The only thing is we have the biggest fucking fight of the year coming. So I'm like, ugh. That's the only problem. But I still got my cachava. I got a concoction where I have lemon, honey, garlic, and ginger, right? And I blend it in my NutriBullet and I take it to the face. So, it's all good. But hopefully I can keep my voice. If I don't keep my voice, I'll try. I'm like Wilder. If I don't knock you out, I'm gonna die trying. But all is all, I feel pretty good. I had a rough night last night, but I feel good now. I just woke up just to see the press conference. Now I'm live doing Reckoning 2 or 3. Tomorrow, I'll smash that in with the overall face-off because the face-off is probably going to be in the morning, maybe about 12 my time. I'll look it up, and I'll have the live stream. So it'll be the day of Reckoning 3 of 3, along with the weigh-in. Okay. Now I must tell you guys before I begin, Daniel Dubois, I think he was pumped to say something to get back at Jarrell Miller because Jarrell Miller was killed. He killed him in the first press conference. Now he's like, every baby has a daddy, and I'm going to be your daddy. Web Jetty, get better soon, mate. Have a great Christmas, man. I'm gonna try. Matt, hey Kurt, Skrilla, and you still giving us this fire content? Absolutely. I can't stop doing that, man. I can't stop it. I don't know how, so I won't. All right? Hold on a second. Got to get something to drink. I've been taking some Theraflu, right? And hopefully that does the trick. But it makes you tired as hell, because it messes with your kidneys and your liver and stuff like that. But someone had to coach Daniel Dubois. Definitely. He had to ask opinion like, what should I say? Ask Skip. The Triple D versus Miller face-off was awesome. They looked ready to get it on. Yeah, man, it did. And I don't know what Daniel was trying to do because he did some kind of shit like this, and Miller didn't move, bro. And it was just like, Miller was like this stone-faced killer. And that's what I want to see. That's what you want to see. And, and I think, Miller probably promised to tone it down a bit because, Eddie Hearn has mentioned that, hey, they should heighten security because you don't want Miller getting into it with Joshua because those guys hate each other, man. You think this is a lineup specifically designed to get Wilder versus Joshua in the new year? If so, I reckon Deontay does Anthony in 4. Atomic Bomb, every baby has a daddy. That's so much on point. Yeah, that was a good one, though. That's why I knew it. Like, dude, you didn't come up with that shit. And if he did, more power to him. So, I think that yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Wilder and Joshua, and I think it is set up for that. I think it's set up for AJ Wilder. I mean, why would they have them on the same card if it was just meant for them just to fight on the same card? Like, what relevance would that make to anybody? No. But people thought Mike Tyson was going to knock out Lennox Lewis. You know, and I still think Wilder's a very dangerous fighter. Because Wilder has the ability to knock out anyone, and he's faster. And he knows fighting a guy like Parker, which is a mover. He has to do that. He can't come in 238 pounds expecting to beat someone like Parker. That's why he didn't beat Fury. See, what people don't understand, people give Fury a lot of credit. But I'm like, for what? I gave Fury credit for whooping his ass the second time. That was a surprising phenomenon. Okay. Tyson Fury beating Wilder the way he beat Wilder in the second fight was pretty much the pinnacle of what Tyson Fury can do to a guy like Wilder. Because Wilder's supposed to have been the knockout guy versus Tyson's supposed to just been the boxing guy, the pillow puncher. And since he was the pillow puncher, you know, he wasn't supposed to knock and beat Deontay Wilder around like he did. But he did. So there you go. I didn't believe the bullshit about the gloves. I didn't believe the bullshit about the trainer and the referee and the costume and all that other stupid bullshit that they came up with. But we tolerated it. Why? Nobody else was doing anything. I mean, think about it. What else was the world doing at that time? Nothing. We were all in quarantine. Or we supposed to have been. Right? You guys know how that shit was 3 years ago. We were all in, almost 4 years ago now. We were all in quarantine, and it was like, okay, we don't have anything else to really talk about besides what's really being said. So the narrative of what Wilder put out there, you know, secretly through certain channels that supported him, that's all that we had to talk about. So I didn't believe it, though. It didn't really matter what happened. Or did the Saudis pay Wallin and Parker to lose to build up that fight? Nah, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that they paid them to take a dive because I think they wanted to see what they do. But I'll say this. If they were smart, they would have. Because something Frank said today made a lot of sense. Frank said, you got all these heavy hitters on this card. There has to be an upset somewhere. Somebody's going to get upset. Whether it's Joshua, which he said first, or Parker beating Wilder. You know. Now, Jarrell Miller and Triple D, that's not really a upset. Like, if Jarrell beats Danny Dubois, that won't be an upset to me. In fact, I'm going for Jarrell to knock out Triple D. Triple D has 2 losses. And I don't have anything against him. I just know he has a quitting element in him. You know what I mean? So I would be disappointed if Jarrell didn't get him to that point for him to quit again because we already know it's in him, if that makes sense. And we already know Jarrell Miller with the beef that he has with Anthony Joshua and the bullshit that he attempted to do with the drugs and stuff like that. Then he got popped again. Then he comes back like the fucking prodigal son talking much shit than the law allow. Then he's back all of a sudden on the same card. I just think that that's all designed, okay, for it at some point. Miller fighting AJ. I can see Usyk defeating Fury. I'm gonna see Usyk defeat Fury. I'm gonna watch that happen right here. Wilder was let off the hook with all those stupid ass excuses for the first Fury loss. He was. I mean, don't mean I'm gonna forget it though. See, people, I want you to understand something. That they attacked my channel personally because of how much traffic, how many people came to this channel. They didn't fuck with smaller channels at all. No. You know, they didn't do anything of the sort. What they did was, since I was probably, I don't know, maybe at the time I had over 40,000 subscribers. So I have twice as many now. However, 40,000 subscribers is not a small channel. That's a channel that's kind of up and coming to whatever it's going to get to. Now, due to the fact that those views that I was talking about and discussing why I think that Wilder Glovegate stuff is all bullshit, they felt I was a threat. Since they felt I was a threat, they shut my channel down with the guidelines of YouTube. But see, the same guidelines of YouTube had to bring my channel back. Okay. But then I thought like, wow, that's scary, because all they have to do is really say that I either copied their material or I did some type of copyright infringement with them or whatever. So that was their angle to get me to shut up. Okay. So Q Ball, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. We all know what's in Miller. Drugs. When it comes to trash talk, Miller is undisputed. Absolutely. Wilder, okay, let's see. Wilder messed up leaving Mark Breland. Well, no, I don't think so. See, here's the thing. I don't think he messed up leaving Breland. I think what happened, he didn't like Breland. He didn't like Breland at all. Parker ain't beating Wilder. Well, and that's another thing. See, well, I don't really care. Even though I would rather see, we want to see Wilder and AJ. You know what? I want to see that shit in the States. I don't want to see that in Saudi Arabia. I want to see that in Madison Square Garden. If AJ beats Wileen and Joseph Parker gets knocked out by Wilder, I want to see AJ Wilder, Madison Square Garden. Psycho Crusher, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. What's up, Kurt? Why hasn't Breland get another job? Why? Yeah, he has another job. He's training other fighters. They're just not as big as AJ, but he's training other fighters. Definitely. So, no, I think Wilder and AJ should be in the States. No disrespect to to Saudi Arabia. I mean, I love what they did. I know what they started to do. I mean, they got the money to do it, but dude, that fight should be in the States, bro. You know what I'm saying? James Bash blessing me with that cash. He says, peace, Kurt. I actually feel sorry for Wileen. He's talked so much ish. AJ gets extra focused against opponents that talk too much crap. Yeah, I remember the Dominique Brazil thing. He beat the shit out of Dominique Brazil. Juice World, never fight Wilder. F Madison Square Garden. He would need at least $100 million payday to come back to the States. Overpay him ridiculously for his cowards. Wow, I'll tell you, AJ fan. If AJ versus Wilder happens in Madison Square Garden, I'll be there to see it. Believe that, champ. Yeah, me too. I'll go to New York. But no, I mean, they're going to have to pay AJ anyway. Whatever they pay him in Saudi Arabia is going to be pretty substantial. You know, it's going to probably be, I'll say, if he knocks out Waleem, maybe 70 million, 65, 70 million dollars. New York is a 4-hour drive from where I am in Baltimore. You know, I've never been to Maryland. I've been to DC, I've been to Virginia. Never been to Maryland, though. Senor Willie, Kurt, what do you do? What do you think old AJ beats Fury, or his current path sets him up to be victorious against Fury? I think he fights like old Klitschko. But then again, Fury don't fight like Fury. Now, here's the thing. Fury, which I've seen, and then Ngannou fight, which I don't understand why people don't get this and didn't see that. Fury fought in Ngannou exactly how he fought Klitschko. He boxed to stay out of the way. That's all he did. And he did some dirty shit. Yeah. I love apples, man. Why isn't Kurt from Counterpunch a trainer? Can we make this happen? I don't want to be a trainer. I party too much. I like to live and I work. So either if I'm on set, I got a job to do. Then when I finish the job, I want to save some money. Then I'm gonna go out of the country. That's what I do. That's basically what I do. I work hard, play hard. That's what I do. So if you guys see me in Barbados, Sosua, Colombia, Brazil, Canada, you know, that's what I'm gonna be doing. As soon as I work a pretty decent job, pay my bills, put back some money, then I'm out. That's what I do, man. That's my routine. You know, either I go solo dolo or I go with some friends of mine, and we all do the same shit anyway. So that's what I do, you know. Scans Rants, what made you think that? Skrilla 50, I thought you were from the UK. Make sure to bet on boxing along the way and become very wealthy. I don't know. I think you got the wrong channel. You better holler at Showbiz with that shit. I'm not, man. Boxing is too fecal for that shit. Nah. When I get some money, maybe I'll get ballsy enough to put some down. Skrilla 50, he probably thought that because of based on the way you talk, like the things that you comment or how you comment. So Wilder canned a gold medalist boxer as a trainer to link up with a gold medalist diver. Yeah, well, Scants Rants, I got a question for you. Do you think Wilder actually knocked out Malik Scott? This is a question specifically for you, my friend. Because I never heard your take on that. You know, you have a lot to say about Juice and fuck Juice and AJ and Coward. And, you know, you sure you ain't Wilder? Most rigged fighter ever. Most rigged fight ever. Yeah. Well, I want to see what Scants Rants has to say. Stephen Joseph said no. He said I can answer that for him. No. Scants, are you still there, Scants? Where you at, Scants? He probably got off and jumped off for a minute. He'll be back though. When he does come back, I'll ask him again. But no, I think it's about Wilder, how he gels with people. I think he has more of a, he can identify more with someone like Malik Scott. You know, that you think about it. He's younger. He's around his age. I think they like the same things. I think they gel better. Mark Breland's old school. Mark Breland's in his 50s. He might be late 50s, early 60s. They have nothing in common. That's what that's about. Like, so Mark Breland, he wasn't really allowed to do certain things with Wilder, and Wilder really pretty much did what he wanted to do. See, a guy that was that slow paced didn't have to do certain exercises based on the opposition because he didn't have to be conditioned for too much of anything serious, if you guys know what I'm saying. So if Wilder, those fights that they were giving him were guys that were ranked 241 in the world, which that was the case. Wilder was knocking them boys out. All he had to do was kind of get in the gym and work out that right hand and work the jab. And a lot of that shit was unorthodox because he didn't train the way he should have trained because he wasn't fighting the fighters that he should have been fighting. So there you go. There you go. So I think if anything, Mark was trying to get him to do things that he didn't feel he needed to do along with anybody else. Because everybody else was like, no, he doesn't need to run like that. Why? He's just going to knock the guys that we pick for him anyway. He's our baby champion. Now, people hate to hear this shit, but it's the truth. Wilder by KO, full card bet breakdown. You know, but what happened is Wilder got so good at knocking people out with that one devastating right hand to the point. A spamming shot is very dangerous, especially if you can time it. If you guys ever played Tekken, if you know if there's one shot or one punch or one move that you can do that takes your total energy away, that's what certain people are going to do if they can't really fight. I never knew that my comments would perceive me to be from the UK, although going to the UK is on my bucket list. Mine too. And people think I'm from the UK. I'm like, damn, do I sound British? Fuck. Shit, I'm from Louisiana. What do you want from me? Kurt, do you think Fury ducked AJ back in 2020 when AJ had the three belts, Wilder versus Fury? He could fight Wilder in September and fight. Well, I think this is what happened. I think while Fury looked at the whole landscape, he looked at the idea. Okay, should I fight Wilder for the third time, a guy that I already beat, or should I fight AJ, a guy that I never fought? I'm going to fight the guy that I know that I can beat because I've beat him before. Fury just picked the easier option and got paid for it. That's all that was. He had that Joshua fight. So since Joshua was pissed because, that fight was talked about all of 2021. We were talking about that fight getting made, and just so happened the day after Fury came out and said, we're fighting in Saudi Arabia, baby, me and AJ, right? For undisputed. The day after that, the arbitration bullshit came through. That's not a coincidence, bro. That's bullshit. That was all planned and rigged. They knew what that shit was. The Fury, he didn't want to fight AJ at that time. Now he's fighting the guy that beat AJ. So at least there's some consistency to see how the story unfolds. Because see, now if Usyk beats him, okay, now I've bagged Usyk and I've bagged Joshua. Then he has to do it twice. So imagine Usyk beating Joshua and Tyson Fury. He don't really have to do no more. He really doesn't. I mean, I want everybody to fight everyone, and I think Wilder is a dangerous fight for him. Just because, like how Wilder thinks. Wilder, I'm not going to give him a 1-2. No, I'm going to set this shot up. I'm going to line that shit up. As soon as he starts doing this shit and he comes forward, I'm going to try to nail his ass and knock his head off. And if he fucks around and lands, he can do exactly that in hitting Usyk and knocking Usyk out. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, Jesus. Like a faucet over here. But yeah, I think Fury had a choice and he made a choice. He was like, nah, let me fight Wilder. Then we'll let the Joshua fight marinade. Then I'll fight Joshua. But Joshua got beat by Usyk. That's all. It's messed up that in the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence rematch, that if Errol Spence wins, he cannot be undisputed because they stripped Terrence Crawford. Well, I wouldn't worry about that anyway because if they fight at 154, it won't matter. And that's where they should be fighting. They shouldn't be fighting at 147. So it doesn't matter. They shouldn't be fighting at 147 because both of the guys are too big. They're too big at 147 to be fighting. They're too big as adults, adult men, to be fighting in that way because they're having problems making weight. When I went to the AJ versus Ruiz in 2019, I sat in a section where my wife and I were the only Americans in the section. The UK fans were some of the coolest sports fans I've ever encountered. Well, that's cool. Yeah, at least they're not a bunch of dicks like Manny Pacquiao's people, bro. You know, don't get me wrong, man. I love some Filipinos. I used to date Filipino women all through my teenage life. But dude, he has some fucked up fans, bro. They're terrible. Despite him being so cool or whatever, they're terrible. I think Wilder would be very smart. I think Wilder would be a way to smart for Wilder. Wilder telegraphs his punches. Usyk would see it coming. Oh, well, I mean, he would have to see it coming. And see, the thing is about that, Usyk would pretty much, it would be like a bull in a matador type situation. Usyk would come in, try to work himself in, and he would wait for that right hand. So as soon as Wilder throws that right hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, but listen, I've seen Usyk get hit with shots that, like, even from Joshua, that I feel he shouldn't have got hit with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he gets hit. Hell, Dubois was able to hit Usyk. That's why I was like, oh no, bro, I don't know about this shit. Terrence Crawford should get the Canelo fight. Well, Canelo should retire, man. I'm tired of Canelo. Let me just be real. I'm tired of him. He don't fight the same. He ain't fought the same in the last 2 years. Let's just be real. Canelo Alvarez has fought a lot of opposition. He has cleared out a whole division. He's now the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. He went to 175. He lost to Bivol. He turned down the opportunity for Bivol, or the proposal for Bivol to come to 168 because he knows that Bivol would tax that ass again at 168. And he would lose all his belts. And at this point, he has people, younger guys that are brutal, hungry, younger, maybe stronger, that wants to come in there and rip him a new asshole. If he doesn't want to fight them, he's at a point where I'm tired of people defending him. I'm not going to defend Canelo. Canelo, retire. Just retire. What? Just retire, Canelo. That's all I'm going to say about Canelo. Retire. Because you're not doing anything that the people want. You're just doing what you want to because you feel you deserve to. Fuck all that noise. I don't want to hear any of that. Mr. S, the UK people will buy you drinks and offer you lines of yay or weed. Terrence Crawford should get the Canelo fight. What did Dubois say to Miller? I'm your baby daddy or something. No, he said every baby, your big baby. So every baby has a daddy and I'm going to be your daddy Saturday night. I like that. I was like, okay, where'd you come up with that shit, Dubois? Where'd Dubois come up with that? Wilder is a hard hitter, but his chin is suspect. The fight is going to be interesting. Yeah, it would be. But Wilder, see, here's the thing. We don't know what Wilder. If Parker can hit harder, and I think Parker hits harder than Usyk. So if Parker can hit harder than Usyk, and he's in position, he's going to be moving. He's going to avoid the right hand. So Wilder has to be up on his game with boxing. Why do you think he's jabbing to the stomach? He's bringing that jab right back up. The only thing is, when he starts throwing that right hand, he still leaves himself open. That's a bad habit that, I think they've been working on, but I don't think that he's perfected it. Since he hasn't perfected it, he's still likely to get countered. That's all you got to do. That's what Tyson did, bro. Tyson waited for that right hand and then countered with the arsenal that he had in store. That's all Tyson did. And Tyson did it 3 fucking times. So I'm like, look, give Tyson Fury his credit for beating Wilder. But if Wilder gets beat again, Tyson Fury's credibility will lessen that much more. It will be split in between somebody else that beat him. So let's say Parker beats him. Well, I think Tyson would probably rock up if he found out Joseph Parker somehow beat Wilder. He'd want to have another baby with Paris. Paris, where are you, girl? I'm Hunter the Rock here. Come to see me. Parker just knocked out Wilder. Whereas AJ cares so much about every word anyone says. It's funny, you can tell Double D doesn't care about words, so he said it with a certain detachment. Where AJ cares so much about every word anyone says, isn't capable of coming up with verbal jabs of his own. I don't think so either. I think somebody taught him that shit. Somebody told him that. Everybody got a daddy, right? Yeah. Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just basically at this point, who would you rather see being more promoted? Jarrell Miller, a guy that took drugs along with Canelo and Roy Jones and fucking Fernando Vargas. And a lot of people took drugs and banned substances. Hell, we watch Oscar De La Hoya in 2 episodes of The Golden Boy tell us that he was drunk the last time he fought. He drank all through the training camp. Yo, what's up, Kurt and crew? Lareco Perez, what's up, brother? Kind of punch to you. Florian, do you think that English muffin Dubois is getting smashed by apple bottom Miller? I'd rather see Miller go farther because Danny Dubois has had everything on the platter. He's fought for the unified heavyweight championship of the world. He's captured the WBA regular by knocking out a guy that, nobody gives a shit about, which was Trevor Bryant. He got that opportunity before Joe Joyce, and Joe Joyce beat him. So listen, I don't feel bad for Dubois if he gets beat. I'll be like, good, bravo. So go. You've had your choice, Dubois. You're young enough to know that you're not good enough. That's all we know. If he loses, that's exactly what I'm going to say about Daniel Dubois. But Jarrell Miller has to perform because there's no guarantee. Like I broke down with you guys, the truth and the raw truth about Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller is a guy that has to show us that he's just as competitive without drugs versus with drugs. That's it. Kurt, do you think watching films of fights gives fighters an advantage? Yeah, but you have to look for certain things, and you have to be with people that knows what to look for. Just because you watch a guy, you may on your own pick up certain things, but, fight analysts and trainers, I think fighting with them, that's the thing about Mike Tyson, what made him so good, because Cus D'Amato not only had Mike Tyson looking at old videos of Rocky Marciano and Muhammad Ali and guys like that, he also told him what he was doing and why he did what he did when he did what he did. Okay, these fighters, he explained to Mike and educated Mike on what he was actually looking at. That's what Cus D'Amato did. And then he, pretty much picked up and caught on of the rhetoric and the things that, Cus D'Amato taught him. And he learned a lot from Cus, Kurt, do you think, okay, I already got that. I'd rather watch 2 sloths race each other than watch Triple D talk shit to anyone. Yeah, that's not a good thing. He's just, dude, just fight. Shut up and box. Just shut up and box, right? Yeah, I did not. I knew he was I thought he was just a humble guy that didn't like to talk a lot. He's a shy, stale guy. I mean, that's just what he is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, guys like Joe, look, that like Joe Joyce is exciting to see, but Joe Joyce is he's a lot better than Danny Dubois though. But to be fair, okay, Danny Dubois, Joseph Parker, Joe Joyce. These guys are not the ideal or the desired heavyweights that you want to see. You want to see somebody, this is what you want. You want someone like Jarrell Miller. You want someone like Deontay Wilder used to be. Why? Because those guys, it's either you're going to do two things. You're going to love them or you're going to hate him. So you're either going to watch him win because you're a fan of him, or you're going to watch him or you're going to wait for somebody to knock his head off. That's why you're going to watch in anticipation for both, for whatever. But either way, you're going to watch. That's the whole point, because the intrigue of, you know what, I don't like Jarrell Miller or I don't like Deontay Wilder. You know, I can't wait for somebody to knock their ass out. So guess what? I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be banking on the next guy to do exactly what he's supposed to do to this guy that I don't like or a guy that I do support. So either way, you're watching though, you know, but it gives you intrigue. But how do you hate a person? You hate all the shit they talk. You know what I mean? The charismaticness of anybody talking shit that's able to back it up, and you don't like that shit talk, you're going to pray and hope and wish that somebody would beat that particular person. That's all it is. ABC, yeah, 1, 2, 3, ABC. Daniel lost his virginity. You see what I'm saying? Like Perry, that's what I'm talking about. Someone that's quick on the trigger, that's fast, that knows how to think, that knows how to come up, clever bloke. That type of dude. That's what Miller is. But again, it doesn't mean anything if the motherfucker can't win. Because that means he's talked all that shit and you let a dry, stale-ass Brit beat you the fuck up. You talked all that shit. Bars. See what I mean? He learned his nursery rhymes. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good, it was good, man. I do have some critiques. Miller, he let off AJ, but I think he should have then got on Deontay Wilder. See, like I told you guys, Miller signed up with Wilder. He was American, and he did that because of that reason. He did that shit because of the Americanness. Miller's hard to watch because he hasn't fought a fighter with a pulse. Well, we'll see. He'll fight somebody Saturday with a pulse. So you just got to see. I think Mark Madoff runs through Aget Kabayel. I think so too. I haven't even did the prediction for that because I got to watch Aget Kabayel because I haven't seen him. I really haven't seen him fight. I know he beat Derek Chisora, but other than that, Stacy Lasota, love with the fist, with the 100 emoji. Absolutely. I want to see Otto Eileen and Anthony Joshua. Parker Wilder. It's going to be a fun fight, man. I just hope I'm better. I don't like being sick. I hate being sick, bro. I mean, it's cool. You can lay up and watch a series or something when you have nothing to do. But this week, I can't do that shit. I would love for this to have been last week. Then I'm sick. Then I could lay up and then kind of rest up for this week. This week, dude, everything's going on. I'm here, I'm there, I'm here, I'm there. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, it's just this video. And then what do you think about this video? And people are dropping me inboxes and showing me stuff that I know that I need to comment and make a video on. And it gets kind of pressing because it's like, dude, I'm tired. I feel like shit. Poor boy is like a broken robot. Yeah. Beau Dubois. Yeah, I can't wait to chop that tree down. Big boxing, baby. I'm like, what? Dude, please. Come on. James Bash blessing me more with that cash. Caballero gets KO'd in 90 seconds of the first round. Bold prediction, my friend. Thank you, James Bash. Yeah. I mean, Mark Madoff is a guy. Something's wrong with that motherfucker. I'm going to say that, first of all. Something's wrong with Arslanbek Mark Madoff. There is no way, no reason, no how you should be moving your neck. Like that. I'm like, no, dude, something's wrong with you. You got some kind of twitch or something. Does he have Tourette's? Does he do that when he doesn't box? Or does he only do that in preparation of boxing? Now, hope it's the second one. Because if it's not, that means that motherfucker be around twitching. Imagine him trying to date somebody and he's out eating and, you got your food and, you're eating. It's just like, so tell me about yourself. They'll be like, dude, this big crazy ass dude. My mom's calling me. I gotta take this. I gotta go. Triple D is like Bruno, but at least Bruno had heart. The funny thing is that's who he trains with, Frank Bruno. Bruno is an older, cut motherfucker. Thing about Frank Bruno, though, Frank Bruno's cut up, dude. It's like rare. Like, okay, Evander Holyfield's one. Frank Bruno's another. They're in good shape. Great shape for their age, bro. You know what I mean? Roy Jones, no, not so much. Mike Tyson can get in shape, but it's like, Mike likes to party. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. Who else is like that? Yeah. A few older stunt guys. Shout out to Keith Willard and Tierra Turner. Those type dudes, they're all still cut up. I'm like, dude, what do y'all do? Clay Fontenot, legend in the stunt game. He's doubled everybody. He is the original Iron Man. U.S. Marshals, he did the scene from the bridge to the train. That dude, and he's like 60 down there. And he looks like he's 37. I'm like, what the fuck? Shout out to Kofi. All these dudes are older. They're like 50 and they're all cut like to the max. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Klitschko, absolutely Sarat. Him too. I forgot all about Klitschko. That's what I would like. When I see guys like that, they inspire me. Because believe it or not, I'm coming up to my mid-40s. So to see guys that age do what they do, like they're doing, that just gives me inspiration to know, like, okay, man, I can do that. But keep in mind, those cats been in shape a long time. Bars. So if anything, you have to start at a certain, that's why, thanks for reminding me. See, that's why I drink this shit every day, Kachava. I should be sponsored by this shit already. But I drink Kachava, mostly every morning, you know what I mean? And it gives you all the superfoods, all the vitamins and everything you need. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what you need. Mark Madoff twitching off thinking of Caballero sleeping. Bars. Good one, brother. Good one. David Hay does. He's another one, bro. He stays in shape. David Hay, though, is kind of, I think he does that more of a ego thing. You know what I mean? Maybe all of them do. I see AJ doing that. I see AJ, probably just getting bigger, like massive, like The Rock and shit. I'm like, why? You know what I mean? And then, especially if he stops professionally training, then if you massively see AJ get just wide, you already know, yeah, it's more likely the juice. Because there's no VOD, there's nobody, watching over him no more. What's in that drink, Kurt? This is Kachawa, vanilla blend. Kachava, K''Chava. Yeah. That's it, Kurt. I'm going to rent a time machine and go back in time and convince you to become a promoter. A promoter? I don't know. That would be cool. Then I have to talk to a lot of guys that may or may not go anywhere. I'm on the website. Yeah, Kachava's cool, man. You look it up. It's a whey protein, but it gives you everything you need, especially if you're on the go. So like for soccer moms, guys that like to hit the gym early, that's the first thing you want to consume every day. You want to consume some type of protein and nutrient like that. And it gets it rolling. It's a great way to break your fast after you wake up. If you want to start it off right, drink that right when you get up. If Dubois was American, no one would talk about him. That's true. You know what he would be? He would be a stiff version of Michael Hunter. No disrespect to Michael Hunter. I love Michael Hunter. If Michael Hunter is watching right now, shout out to you. You are avoided for a reason. However, saying that about Michael Hunter, Michael Bounty Hunter is a genuinely good dude, but he's not a brash shit talker. He's not an Adrian Broner. He's not a Floyd Money Mayweather. He's not a Muhammad Ali. He's not a Jarrell Miller. He's not a Tyson Fury. He is just Michael Hunter. Talking to Michael Hunter is like talking to a guy that works for the post office. You know what I'm saying? He's just a regular dude. He could basically have any job. Plumber, you know? Oh man, I work for, the city of wherever. You know what I mean? Like Michael Hunter is a regular guy, and he's just like, he's a guy you meet at a bar. They just, man, I'm just having me a drink, just chilling out before I go home type shit. You know what I mean? He's not the guy like, man, I'm the best. I'm the best ever. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna kick you in the face. I'm gonna punch you in the throat. I'm gonna kick you in the ass. He's not that dude. If the fight ever happens, Anthony's G-String Joshua or the Alabama Slammer, who wins? I'll say this about AJ and Wilder right now, before these guys fight their opponents. Wilder has the momentum because they both fought the same fighter. Wilder fought Helenius in October 15th, 2022. Joshua fought him as a replacement, and Wilder knocked him out in 1 round. Joshua knocked him out in 7 rounds, but before he knocked him out in 7 rounds, he got beat up. AJ Helenius pieced him up with pot shots and counter punches, and he was taller and bigger. And I was like, damn, Helenius is massive. Mm-hmm. But keep in mind, though, you guys do understand, Wilder sparred Helenius to prepare him for Fury. You guys do know that, right? But, I mean, to be fair, AJ sparred Helenius, too, as well as Otto Wylien. Nobody talks about Wilder in America, so I can see that. Well, America, bro, it's really saturated with UFC. If you go to Buffalo Wild Wings or Pluckers or any place that, like a sports bar, Chili's, Applebee's, a lot of those are dispersing. But if you go to any place that's going to be basically pushed by UFC, Fast Eddie's, pool halls like that, not a lot of people that really work or promote boxing in the South, really. You don't have a lot of that. It's funny how some people forget what Wilder says even when facts are there. Yeah, it's funny how people forget that Wilder won't say certain things in the public that he says behind the scenes to certain audiences, So I think that's what that's about. But the Day of Reckoning, the press conference was pretty good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think if anything, it was more calm, but more tense. Remember, Helenius was also on the juice versus AJ. You know what? I forgot all about that shit. You know why I forgot about it? Is because it don't matter to me if someone's on juice and they get knocked out. Now, you could factor in, well, maybe he was able to do what he did to AJ because he was on the juice. Okay, you can argue that. That's cool. But it's so many people that do performance-enhancing drugs, or they do banned substances that they inject, consume in their body some way. I don't, look, I'm like Ryan Garcia at this point. Needles are not going to save you. They're not going to save you. They may help you, but they won't always save you. That's what I say about performance-enhancing drugs. That's what I say about banned substances and all that stuff. Me drinking this shit, Kachava, could make me stronger and faster and more alert and all this, that, and the other, but that don't mean I will not get knocked out if somebody threw the right punch at the right time. It does not make me invincible. It does not make me impervious to certain punches or attacks. It doesn't. It doesn't make me Superman. It does not. At all. So, if anything, I look at that like that. So people talk about, oh, he's a drug cheat, he's this, he's that. Listen, let me tell you guys something, okay? To make you feel a little better about any drug cheat, okay? First of all, there is nobody, I repeat, no one that has reportedly got in the ring, hurt someone, and they end up dying that has tested positive for anything. That's a good thing. And for second, there hasn't been a person that has been a person that has been knocked out, like a Hellenius, like Fernando Vargas, that has been knocked out and had drugs in his system, like Chael Sonnen. He got choked out by Anderson Silva, but he was beating Anderson Silva to the submissions, but Anderson Silva made him tap out. Wilder is a mush mouth. Listen to him talk is painful. He stutters at times. I think I have a video that's about to drop. What time is it? Because I just time them now. So, oh, wait. Is it 2 already? Yeah, hey. Okay, 2:23. Okay. Yeah. But I got about 10 more minutes. Needles saved Miller from being obliterated by AJ. Well, in that case, but he thought they would help him. Counterpunch. Didn't Teat put a dude in a coma and tested positive on a Frank Warren card 2 years ago? Did he die? That's what you ask yourself. Did he die? Did he Drago his ass? Heavyweight boxer Adam Braidwood was on the juice and he killed a guy in the ring. Adam Braidwood? Really? I didn't know that. So let's check him out. Let's check him out. And then in that case, I take back what I said, because Braidwood, okay. I've never heard of this guy, ever. 6'4", 250 pounds, 39 years of age, okay. Boxing saved Adam Braidwood, and then he killed a guy. I mean, I don't see him testing positive for anything, though. I mean, you would have heard about that, right? Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at an article. Okay, this was back in 2017. Okay. Emotional Adam Braidwood breaks silence. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. Wait. It says all right. Okay. All right. Drugs, steroids, blame for decent of Adam Braidwood. Adam Braidwood, a bad combination of drugs and steroids. Drugs and steroids? Okay. For the tragic descent from football star to prison convict to former Edmonton Eskimo Adam True Braidwood, according to court document obtained. Okay. Oh, did I hate when they do this type of shit? Okay, let's see. I'm still looking. Okay, let's see. Drugs. Let's just do this. Okay. Okay. Former Eskimo player credits boxing for helping him move on from drug addiction, time in prison. It's been 2 years. Adam Braidwood walked out of his cell at the medium security prison in British Columbia and into what now is his new life. Okay. It's been 2 years since Adam Braidwood. Okay, blah, blah, blah. All right. He had no money. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking and I don't really see boxer Tim Vey died. He didn't test positive but admitted to juicing. Okay. I'm looking and no, he was an addict. He had been prescribed OxyContin and Percocets for his injury-related pain, and use of these drugs escalated considerably to the extent he was pursuing them illicitly on the streets, and well as obtaining. Okay, said also began using benzodiazepine, tranquilizers, Zantac, Antivan, Ativan, and Valium to self-medicate his anxiety, panic attacks, and insomnia. He found them to be very helpful, but he admitted that he abused them, taking a whole month's supply in 3 or 4 days. Oh, damn! What? Yeah, he had problems, bro. Wait a minute. And they needed him to get big and get big fast. And of course, the only solution for him is to take anabolic steroids. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, this dude was tripping. Okay, assault. Well, okay. Otto Eileen is going to knock out AJ and fight Usyk and knock him out in the 12th. Then proceed to dominate other fighters to become the pound for pound greatest. Man, that's a hell of a story, Julian Falcon. I feel like Russia is just a giant slum or ghetto. That's a ton of bad stuff going on from the stuff I saw in the media. People have it rough there for the most part. um, I don't look at a whole country like that. It's kind of stupid to do so. And explain why. For one, that's a whole country. You may see certain things about a particular country or even city. It doesn't mean the whole city's like that. It doesn't mean the whole city's affected. The only thing affects a whole city or a country is a war. And that's not always the case. So he didn't test positive, but admitted. Didn't Kovalev kill a guy in the ring? Yeah, but he didn't test positive for banned substances. You know? Tin Hut Kurt and CP Crew, hope you're all well. And may the holidays be festival to y'all. Well, I enjoyed this the Day of Reckoning live press conference. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, like I told you guys. I gotta make a run, unfortunately. I would like to sit around here and eat a bowl of soup. I got some Campbell's chicken noodle soup that I'm gonna start eating with some crackers that I got here. And I'm gonna try to relax a bit, watch a little boxing, you know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys are good. I hope, and I'm gonna start my live stream, uh, set up the Day of Reckoning. I'm still excited for it. I don't care. Because I still got concoction and I'm gonna be taking all that stuff. I'm gonna have an emergency. I'm gonna be jacked with shit. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be where I need to be the night of the fight, hopefully. Bars. But I thank you guys for coming in for this hour that we spent together. Forgive me of the sniffles and the coughs and the other bullshit. But anyway, God bless you guys. See you soon. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace.